So, in thinking back, where I went wrong was when we got married after we had our kids. I basically put them above everything to the neglect of myself. Everything was about Joey and Michael. I had to just do everything that I could to help them to make everything perfect. And I didn't really understand the need for exercise, so I wasn't taking time to do that for myself. If I would say to anyone, what should you do, is just throughout your life, you need to find the time to take care of yourself. So I basically, like I said, hit rock bottom when I started having health problems and realizing that in my own self, even though the doctors weren't telling me point blank, that I was making the wrong choices for me to be, I was not taking care of my health. And it was really, affecting my life. I couldn't walk up the steps. I was avoiding going up the steps, like, except for once a day. I just couldn't do it. It was when I did it, it was one at a time. I'm 47 years old. I was walking like worse than my parents who were 80. It's like, this is not good. And I just, everyday things I couldn't do. Tie my shoe. I mean, it was just such a struggle. Just getting out of breath to tie your shoe. Imagine that. That's crazy. Now I have no problems like that. I mean, I'm 6 months into my journey and I'm down over 40 pounds. And it all started when I started the physical therapy and started moving, because I pretty much think that in the past 5 years I really studied about diet and I really kind of understood that, and I do all of these great change of lifestyle eating, you know, whole grains and nuts, nut meals, and edamame, plant proteins, and, but I really didn't ever move. So I would be eating great food, but I wasn't moving, so I wasn't losing the weight. So, anyway, getting help, getting therapy was the best thing I ever did, because it made me realize that I could move without pain. But I'll tell you, even when I got, when I was about to finish my therapy in Brigantine and I had to start work because I'm a teacher and I was ending my summer, I was so stressed because I kept thinking, I'm never going to be okay. I have to start the therapy place in Brigantine didn't have hours. I thought they were just going to say, your therapy's over, and I knew I wasn't ready. And then I heard they had a place in Galloway connected with the fitness center versus another one in the area that was connected with the hospital. And I begged the woman who I had as a therapist, I said, please, 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 whatever you do, help me get in with the one connected with the fitness center. I said, because I know I need to move when this is done and I need to do this on my own. I said, but if I'm not connected to a fitness center where I can ask my therapist, what's safe for me to do when I'm done therapy, I will fall apart just like I did the first time, because I didn't have a plan. So this was my plan. And I was just so grateful the day they said that I could have therapy at that center. And when I walked in, and it was the parent of a student from the previous year, that was crazy. Two parents of students from the previous year were the therapists in the office. And one being John Seniswaso, who ends up being my therapist and now is a very good friend. And so I, did the therapy. And again, when I remember going in and it was like, I had to do 5 minutes on the bike. And I didn't even understand the bike. I mean, I was just like, okay, 5 minutes, 10 minutes on the bike, just warm up. And that was just so hard for me. And there was no, I wasn't even putting any, like, what, tension on the bike when I think back. It's hilarious. But it's not really hilarious because I really think I was that unfit, that hurting, that I wasn't able. And maybe some of it was just not thinking I was able. And then, of course, we did a lot of practice going up the steps, going down the steps, lifting my knees with weights, and that sort of thing. But it was good because I was getting stronger every day. I could feel it. I was able to do more at home, but I still wasn't very confident. And I think a lot of it was myself, like blocking myself from believing I could do it. Just thinking I was doomed, and just thinking, oh my God, I don't want to be alone in this. I can't do this, and just, being afraid. So when I was told that I was done therapy, I was just so mad. I was so mad. I'm like, I'm not done therapy in my head. I didn't say it out loud, but I was thinking, I can't be done therapy. There's no way. I'm not okay, but I knew what my plan was, and so the day I stopped therapy, or the day before, that week before, I was connecting with the gym and talking to them about membership. And I told my therapist, I said, when my therapy ends, join the gym and I start there and I don't stop. That's what I did.